Hey, what's up, good people? I know I said I will be back Friday, but as you can see, the market is certain sectors in the market is tanking. This is Larry Jones, Stock Up with Larry Jones. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Listen, we concentrate on making money here. Let's go right into it. Look, all right. Now, for those of you that don't know, that the Dow represents only 30 companies, up from 30 to 34 companies, right? The Dow Jones at industrial, right? But we could clearly see that the NASDAQ is down huge and the S&P is down, okay? And what's causing this is the semiconductor space is actually selling off. It's selling off. Not only the semiconductor, look in your portfolios, big tech is also selling off. Everything AI is selling off, right? And why? What caused this catalyst? Well, we're going to look right into that, right? Number one, here's one of the reasons why it is selling off, okay? You could read here, shares, now this was in the pre-market. Share price in major semiconductor companies are down across the board in the pre-markets. This was before the market opened. That includes shares of Taiwan Semi, and especially Taiwan Semi. Taiwan Semi Manufacturing, TSMC, okay? All right, but this is what they do, which fabricates chips used in Apple's, iPhones, and NVIDIA's corporation, which makes the chip that powers AI platforms like ChatGPT, okay? So we see that the semi industry also affects what? Big tech. It's a pass-through, right? You can't get everything that big tech operates on uses these chips. Now, I'm going to play a couple of videos for you that's going to help you navigate through this what's going on right now.
There's under a bit of pressure this morning as the rotation out of mega cap stocks continues, cemented as chip stocks are falling off of possible trade restrictions. So let's get to it with the three things you need to know this Wednesday morning. Yahoo Finance's Jared Blickery, Rick Newman, and Josh Schaefer have more.
Stock futures falling as shares of chip stocks from NVIDIA to ASML decline. The possibility of tighter trade restrictions from the U.S. and comments from former President Trump fueling the moves lower. The Biden administration reportedly considering a stricter crackdown on competition from China in the chip space, which involves controls on foreign-made products that use any American technology. Meanwhile, in an interview with Bloomberg Businessweek, former President Trump claimed Taiwan took 100% of America's chip business and that Taiwan should pay for the U.S. for defense. Taiwan Semiconductor shares falling in response. The comments heightening political tensions, casting doubts over U.S. commitment to protect Taiwan if Trump gets a second term.
So we see what's going on. That was a comment by the former president, right? But you can also see that Biden also has some negative things to say. All right, let me see if I can pull that up for you.
The Biden administration reportedly considering a stricter crackdown on competition from China in the chip space.
So you see that even Biden is cracking down. So you got two presidents cracking down on the chip industry. And so it is tanking big tech and AI. Now, I'm going to play you another video, and I need you to watch this because if you're in big tech or in semis, I'm going to play you something that Josh said, not Stocks with Josh, but Josh from CNBC. And I want you to know that I agree with him wholeheartedly.
Rally. The bigger picture point that I want to make here is, and I said this during the first Trump presidency, and it was good advice, and I'll say it again now. Do not, on a daily basis, change your asset allocation based on tweets. For God's sake, did we learn nothing? All of the quote-unquote Trump trade industries underperformed from 2016 through 2020. All of the companies that were allegedly in Trump's target sites were the best performing. A lot of people forget this because in recent years, TikTok has been the enemy. There was a time where Facebook was the enemy. And if you had sold out of Meta because you didn't like what Trump was tweeting about Zuckerberg, or Facebook manipulating the election in favor of Democrats, or blah, 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 You missed one of the greatest all-time runs for any stock of all time. Same thing with electric vehicles. Allegedly, Trump was hostile toward electric vehicles. If you sold Tesla because of that, you missed out on one of the greatest winners of all time. So please, don't play this game. Don't start pairing Taiwan exposure because of an article that appeared in Bloomberg. The number one thing to remember about Trump's economic policy is that it will be shaped by whomever is the last person he speaks with on a day-to-day basis, and on an intermediate term basis, it will be shaped by who is contributing money to his super PACs and his campaigns. And when you understand that, you understand that the risk of him, quote unquote, going after this FANG stock or that cryptocurrency, it's very, very de minimis, and it should not be the way you behave over the next couple of years. Get that out of your vocabulary. Yeah. It's not going to work.
I 100% agree. Again, these are politicians. Both gentlemen, they're going to do what's best, right? And just like Elon just put his support behind Trump, and you'll see pretty soon, and I said this in a video a few weeks ago and a few days ago, you're going to see people like Elon, and there's going to be pictures with Elon and Musk together. I'm sorry, Elon and Trump together, and things are going to be fine. And like I still stand on that this is the year to buy Tesla. I was saying under 200, this is the year to buy Tesla. Down the road, you're going to find out this was a good period to simply buy. All right. This is all about politics, good people. And I agree with Josh that I'm not, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I'm not getting scared. I'm still buying, including Taiwan Semi. I'm still buying. Now, of course, if you look at the stock market today, you'll see that the American chips are probably a little higher. You can just look right here and see. You got big tech like Nvidia and Apple are down. Even Amazon, after Amazon Prime Day, is actually down. And I'm buying some Amazon. I expect it to be going up shortly. Just letting you guys know. So they're all down. All right, they're all down, and I'm continually buying Taiwan Semiconductor. Right, I'm not slowing my buying down. Right, so we could see Taiwan Semiconductor is absolutely tanking off of this news. So again, I align with Josh, and while we're at it, let's go into small caps. I want you guys to listen to this.
In charge of State Street's ETF index and 401k business, and you run the biggest ETF in the world, SPY, of course. So you see all of the flows here. What about what's going on here? Is the rotation real? Is there money actually following some of these moves in small caps right now?
Well, Bob, if you had asked me the same question last week, I would have given you a different answer. The rotation is becoming real, especially over the last 5 days. We have seen money flowing from large cap sector fund into sector fund that have a little bit of a small cap tilt, just like the State Street sector funds.
So it hasn't been real up until the last week or so. Now it's changed.
That's correct. That's correct. Now we are watching the flow to see if this change over the last 5 days is sustainable.
All right.
So as you heard, that woman is in charge of the biggest ETF in the world, the SPY. Okay, you guys trade the SPY. And of course, if you're trading the SPY and the QQQs right now, you are hopefully doing puts because you are not making money if you're doing calls right now. Look at that. Okay, and so she manages the biggest ETF in the world, which is the SPY, as you heard. And she believes that small caps like the Russell 2000, she believes that this is sustainable. Remember, I was saying that we were at the beginning, and she believes that we are in a uptrend as far as small caps and mid caps, well, mid caps to small caps. She believes that rotation has started. Okay, and I believe it has just started. And so that doesn't mean it's going to be a straight line up, but I've been dollar cost averaging. Okay, one other thing I wanted to show you guys, why you guys working me today. I'm just joking. Here we go. Look at this. With the exception of the SQQQ, which I wish I had bought more now. I started buying some the other day, just 10 shares. as you could see, the stock that I picked just last week, which was Teladoc, Starbucks, and Nike, all of these had hit a 52-week low, and I started to dollar cost average. Now, I took this photo about an hour ago, so the prices may have changed. But while things were red and tanking, you could see Teladoc was up 4% for the day. And you could see Starbucks was up a little bit. You could see Nike was up a little bit. So these are the ones that I am going to continue to DCA in small amounts, as you can see. And if they tank further, and if they're not really tanking hard on bad days like this, then that's a little sign for me, okay? And if it tanks even harder, I'm personally going in deeper. I'm not going to be talking about these every day. You do your own research and you do what's best for you. Hey guys, check this out. 8.1% with Moo. It's going to be the second link below under Stock Up You. For those of you that have taken Stock Up You, you guys already should be making money right now. Okay, back to Moo. 8.1%. We still got this going on. We still got up to 15 fractional shares. We still have 8.1 fixed percent on your uninvested money just by opening up a Moo account and funding it, okay? A minimum of $100, but if you do $1,000, you get 15. All right, good people. So we see what's going on. The semiconductors are selling off. Both presidents have hit it real hard. And like Josh said, we shall see, because it's going to take years. So some of these foreign, like Taiwan Semiconductor, in order for us to catch up to some companies like that, it's going to take years, okay? So we do know that this is an election year, and both candidates are going to say whatever they think they have to say to win, all right? So, all right, but we're here about our money. We want to make sure we're positioned so we can win in the end, all right? Make sure you check out the links below. Let me know, leave me a comment. Let me know if anything I showed you is helpful. I wanted to make this one earlier, and we will see you later. Live, love, laugh, and learn.